Plot twists.
I am your father.
Surprise endings.
They don't know they're dead.
They've created some of the most memorable moments in cinematic history.
You blew it up!
But why do we love them so much? Why do we walk out of these movies saying that they messed with our heads? And how do filmmakers create these moments? Let's investigate, shall we? Most plot twists are fundamentally the same. I first noticed this when watching the excellent anime series Durarara, and only then because it pulls the same trick 3 times in a row. The show is about 3 friends living in Tokyo during a 3-way gang war. As the story progresses, the 3 friends are, one by one, revealed to be the secret leaders of the 3 warring gangs. In each of these twists, the same thing happened. 2 things were revealed to be one thing, and that's the trick. Films which include this kind of twist go to great lengths to establish 2 things as entirely separate entities. The twist comes in revealing that they are actually the same thing. In Star Wars, Luke thinks his father is dead. Meanwhile, he's hunted by Darth Vader. Turns out,
I am your father.
in Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston thinks Earth and the planet he's on are 2 different places. They are not. In Oldboy, Odesu is trying to find his daughter. Meanwhile, he falls in love with Midu. Midu is his daughter. Ew. In Fight Club, Edward Norton and Brad Pitt appear to be 2 separate people. They're the same guy. Usual suspects, Verbal Kint and Kaiser Soze, same guy. And a whopping 5 out of 7 Harry Potter books use this exact technique. Now, not all twists are like this. In The Sixth Sense, for example, one of the greatest twist endings ever, Bruce Willis's character discovers that he is actually a ghost. It's not really 2 things becoming one thing, it's one character mistakenly believing himself to be part of one group, the living, when he is actually part of another, the dead. But all of these twists are moments in a story which Aristotle called Anagnorisis, which means a recognition, or as Aristotle defined it, a change from ignorance to knowledge, producing love or hate between the persons destined by the poet for good or bad fortune. A moment of anagnorisis is when a character suddenly understands their own nature, or the nature of another character, typically their antagonist. Now, there are other techniques storytellers can use to create surprising moments in a story, but anagnorisis is the one that hits us the hardest because it is, by definition, a personal and emotional revelation. But what is most fascinating to me about plot twists is the psychological effect that they can have on an audience. The reason they are so shocking and so memorable is because they deconstruct one of the fundamental ways we think, especially in the Western world. This leads us to Jacques Derrida, a French philosopher known for popularizing a form of critical analysis called deconstruction. One of the most important ideas in deconstruction is the idea that we only understand something in terms of what it is not. And as a result, we develop a way of thinking that categorizes the world into binaries, which is a fancy word that means pairs, or in this context, a pair of opposites. Good, evil, man, woman, white, black, civilized, uncivilized. This way of thinking is everywhere in Western society.
You see, in this world, there's 2 kinds of people, my friend.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Either you are with us, or you are with the terrorists.
But deconstruction allows us to see that these are false opposites and that the world is much more complicated. Now let's take a look back at some of our examples of twist endings, and let's simplify them down to 1-sentence statements. And let's even go a step further. Let's drill down into the 2 sides of each of these twists and think about what they mean in the context of their stories. One half of the twist is almost universally something good, and the other half is something bad or evil. So the true horror of a plot twist is that it says this: good is evil. But how can something be its opposite? Metaphorically, I believe. These statements are metaphors that capture the themes of their stories, but they are metaphors in conflict, paradoxes. And it is because of that paradoxical state, that moment of moral confusion that inverts or demolishes our acceptance of binaries, that twists continually surprise us. We move from an understandable world of simple binary categories to a world of infinite and incomprehensible possibilities. Because when you only understand things as either good or bad, seeing both in the same image is culturally jarring. And that is why you walk out of movies like these saying that they messed with your head. They've messed with your ingrained Western simplistic binary way of thinking. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to make something with a more unique visual style for this channel, so I'm really happy with how this turned out, but let me know what you think of it too. Cinema Sleuth is going to be about conducting investigations into the true meaning of film, so if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.